Let's get life back on track, shall we? Welcome back to another weekly vlog. If you're new here, I am about to head out for a long walk. These past few weeks have been absolutely chaotic. Not drinking water, not really showing up at the gym. I have been showing up, just vibing, okay? Just vibing. Have not been prioritizing my cardio, eating out, drinking not enough water, not getting enough sleep, just a lot of things impacting me. I can tell when I'm not prioritizing my wellness and just like overall well-being because I'm sluggish, tired, attitude, moodish. It's just a lot of different things going on. So this week I am getting back on track. Currently have on this really cute set. It's from Aritzia. It's not a set, you could just buy it separately, but I love the color on me. This is my fanny pack from Lululemon. It's honestly really dirty because I got this light pink. And then these are the Hoka Bandais that I got a couple of weeks ago. Did not put the inserts in them just because I have to cut them to actually fit the shoe. So this week is about getting back on track, and if you need to get back on track, then this video is perfect for you. I will see y'all soon. Anyways, that's why my mama didn't let me in the kitchen to cook when I was younger. I just got back from the gym. I'm feeling really good, if y'all couldn't tell. I hit upper body today on the Ladder app, so I just had a fun time. I've been listening to so many old throwbacks, but I do my upper body days on the first day of the week. I used to do it on the second and start off with legs. However, I've honestly enjoyed putting them first and kind of just doing legs second. So I typically try to do 2 of each. So 2 leg days, 2 upper body, and then 1 kind of full body day or kind of a mix. Sometimes it ends up being more of a leg day again. Look, I'm trying to curve these legs out or carve these legs out. Whatever it is, I want you to see the hamstrings. I want you to see the quads. I want you to see the calves. I want you to see the glutes, everything working together. Okay, as well as this upper body. I was throwing around weight this morning. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I am now about to get ready and take my medicine. So I need to eat something. Probably gonna go with the protein shake. Also, I love to start my mornings with my water and then liquid IV. Mainly because I go to the gym and I need to make sure that I'm hydrating properly. Y'all know that's one of my goals. So going with my liquid IV this morning. I honestly love the peach flavor as well as the lemon lime. I know that this has so many extra ingredients in it, so you don't need to go for liquid IV if that's something that you're not into, as far as you're one of those people who are also a nutrition label reader. I am one. It really just depends, but come over here. We're gonna get started on my protein shake. I always do a base of, also don't mind my counter, okay? I told y'all, we figuring out our life this week. This is the base that I usually go with. It's an almond milk. Keep it very simple. Oh wait. I was supposed to start with the fruit for the base. These are just mixed berries. I have this smaller bag from Trader Joe's, but I usually prefer to get bigger bags from Costco. But I'll start with that. Sometimes I'll do something extra with this. I'll add mangoes to it or I'll add pineapples. But today we're gonna keep it really simple. And then I'm gonna finish with the almond milk. I usually kind of bounce between hemp seeds and then chia seeds. These are two good options if you need some extra fiber, as well as adding in some extra protein. Great for a lot of things, have a lot of great benefits with both of those. And where's my honey? I love honey so much. I do add in honey. I talk a lot about not eating as much sugar. However, your girl will use some honey. I will. Today we're gonna use a mix of both. I'm on my last leg when it comes to these chia seeds. That's okay though. I'm gonna run to Costco this weekend. In addition to doing upper body today, I did manage to do the 12-3-30. Or I'm sorry, I didn't do a 12-3-30. I attempted to do the 12-3-30, and then I looked at the time and I realized I'm just gonna cut it short to 10 minutes. So for those of you guys don't know, the 12-3-30 is being at an incline of 12, going at a pace of 3, and then doing it for 30 minutes. I ended up just doing it for 10 just because I wanted to do abs, which I love to do abs with Mad Fit on YouTube. So usually what I'll do is go into a room that they have. I'll type in Mad Fit abs, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. She has different durations. That I will stretch. A lot of people forget to stretch after their workouts. Please stop skipping stretching. please, okay? You need to stretch. You need to give your muscles some of that relaxation and give them some time to bounce back, which is also why I love to come home and eat protein shakes as soon as I get in. Sometimes I forget, depends on the day, just because I do have a dog, so sometimes it looks like me running outside real quick. But let me mix this together. So typically I start my workout with dynamic stretches, and then at the end I do static stretching. Dynamic stretching on a day like today, which is upper body, can look like doing sidecars. And then I didn't do it all the way just because it's stuff behind me. And then a static stretch would be something like this where you're just holding it. A dynamic stretch on a leg day could be walking lunges. And then a static stretch could be like child pose. So you're kind of getting the difference there. And just like that, my protein shake is done. I will have me some eggs as well as some turkey bacon, but I'm about to take Moon outside. And I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like when I get home, and I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Bye. Happy Wednesday. I'm finishing up dinner now so I can go sit down and actually watch some TV. I've been getting really into Bridgerton, which is a problem because I did say that this week I'm trying to get more sleep. However, last night I started an episode and I should have cut it off. However, I was not able to. So I kept watching it and I did not go to sleep until really late. But I'm trying to get dinner finished. I did go on a 4.23 mile walk with Mooney earlier, and it was a lot of fun. I had PT today, and I went up on that weight in my hip thrust this morning for leg day. So I'm really excited about that. I am going to have some zucchini rice. I already made the chicken, and I'm looking for my mug. That's what I'm looking for. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Anyone who knows me knows how much I love Harry Potter. And a couple years ago, I'm pretty sure my friend had gifted me these mugs, and this is one of them. Basically, when you put in hot water or your tea, whatever it is, it just has to be warm. This will change to being a different color. I'm gonna go with ginger tea tonight because, you know, I'm about to be in the office, and sometimes I like to get sick in the office. I'm not claiming that. However, I'm just saying that that continues to be a pattern. So we're gonna go with ginger tea tonight. Y'all know I've been focused on getting back into routines, and so this morning I was really proud of myself for my leg day. I honestly went up in my Bulgarians as well as my hip thrust and just made sure I was focusing on form. Something I noticed in physical therapy was that I really need to work on my calves. And I've been trying to, but sometimes I honestly forget, and I can tell when I'm doing other leg movements that my calves are weaker. I really don't want to skip steps when it comes to my fitness journey. And for me, that means really working on and being intentional with different movements that I know I need to actually work on. So my quads, I'm quad dominant. And even on my walk today, I noticed that, I'll show you guys. Oh, it's kind of doing it now. Let me see. You guys can kind of, isn't it so cool? And then the front of it says like the Daily Prophet. And then there's like Snape. It becomes basically the newspaper. I love that so much. But I am quad dominant on my walk. I was just like, wow, I think I've been bulking up my legs a lot more. I would really love for my hamstring, the calves, the glutes to all just be really strong individually and not my quads take over everything, which I feel like sometimes they do. But it's something that I noticed, and in the spirit of also going to therapy this week and finding the positive, I am happy that overall I'm being intentional when it comes to my fitness journey. And though I've noticed I am glad that I am being intentional when it comes to my fitness journey. That's it. She kept cutting me off. She was just like, when I would start going into one of my rants, my little rabbit hole, she'd be like, let's repeat it and end it there. End it at the positive note. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I finished. I only had 2 pumps of barbecue sauce. And then I put honey in my tea, but this is not gonna be done for another 15 minutes because you gotta let it sit in there. But let me go watch Bridgerton. I don't know if anybody else is watching Bridgerton, but the season is getting better. It did take 6 episodes for it to get better, but that's neither here or there. I'm gonna go watch it, and I'll talk to y'all later. Hi, Bookie Boos. About to head out and go to my second upper body day of the week. This is what I'm wearing to the gym. Isn't the purple so cute? This is the back of it. Yes, I'm having a good time in this purple bodysuit. I don't think a couple years ago I would have ever worn this, but the one takeaway that I will have from the gym, regardless of any of my progress, is the fact that my confidence has grown an insane amount from just going to the gym. I would have never worn this a couple years ago. I would have been in my head, about my stomach, my back, all the things. And now I'm just like, I look good. And there's that. I can wear what I want to the gym. Let me see what I have. So I have a chest press, seated rows, isolated rows, and then tricep extensions. I am starting with a dynamic warm-up and then doing static stretches. Two, not that bad. It's a shorter workout today. I plan on putting on one of my Gymshark wraps. I recently got them in the mail, a bunch of different colors, or really like 2-3 colors, but you know, whatever. I wore one on the walk the other day, and I really do like this material. It's stretchy, but not too stretchy. I wouldn't be able to speak to a silk or a silk press lasting with the headband. I know that's why I did get them. However, y'all know the fro is out. And speaking of, I think this is day 4 hair, and she is still giving. I tried a couple of new techniques and just the order that I was applying my different products, so I'm really happy about that. I have a couple of them on the sink. This is Kinky Curly. It's their curling custard. I've used this for years, but I just decided to switch to a mousse for a little bit. And this weekend, I just wanted a little bit more definition of my curls, softness, fluffiness, and this definitely gave it to me. So I'm really happy with how it came out. Also, this is a Sacred Hair and Scalp Balm that I recently picked up as well. I used it this time around, and I must say, I don't really feel like my scalp is as dry as it usually is, which love that for me. I do use the Sacred Edge Drops every single night. People don't believe me. Like, I feel like the perimeter of my hair is just not the healthiest right now. The braids, the sew-ins, all the things. And so I'm really trying to get this growth back going. You can't really tell with my fro, but it's really just there, if you guys can kind of see it. And then on this side, similar. I know it really just depends on, you know, how you care about it and what really matters. Honestly, it matters to me right now because I do want to start getting braids closer to the summer, and I feel like with the damage that's there already, I don't want to damage it further. So I'm probably going to give it another 3-4 weeks. I might get braids for my upcoming trip. Haven't decided. And then I need to finish putting on the rest of my stuff. I'm going to wear these socks from Features just because they're a more cushioned sock. I think these are their Ultra Max tabs. They also have the ultra light ones that I wear, or I used to wear on my workout days for speed runs. I have my Ursa Major facial wipes. These are some of my favorite facial wipes to use after I'm done with my workout. I am a very sweaty person, okay? I don't know about people who just can go in there, throw around some weight, and just walk out dry. I'm just not one of those people, and that's okay. So I use my facial wipes because I don't need all that dirt to just be sitting on my skin. So I use it right after my workout. I keep touching my hair because y'all don't know how soft she is. Honestly, if you haven't tried her products, I highly recommend because I was using a bunch of them before I was color treated. However, I kind of switched and now I'm switching back. So I really love this. And my hair, it's giving, but I'm not going to be able to work out like this because all this in my face is not going to work. However, she's cute for right now. I am going to pack the rest of my stuff. This is my Stanley of the week. This pink, the pale pink is just too cute. But I have that, my headphones, and last up, because I love to smell good wherever I go, is my Sol de Janeiro spray. Look, I have had this on heavy rotation lately. I have a couple of others that I use, but this is it's one of my favorite ones. But we're about to head out. I have on some earrings already. I don't really love to wear thick hoops when I'm going to the gym because it's going to keep catching on my hair. So these are really small hoops. I'm pretty sure they're from Kendra's Boutique. I need to clean my glasses. I had a science teacher who used to always take my glasses off my face in class because he's like, Mira, why are they always so dirty? So I'm going to find that, pack the rest of my bag, and then go have a fun workout. I'll catch y'all up soon. Bye. Hi, Bookie Boos. I just wrapped up my 4th yoga class for the week, which I am very happy to say. I accomplished one of my goals. The other one was to go to the gym for 5 days, but I did not accomplish that one. Still, 4 days at yoga, I think that's a great accomplishment. I have my acai bowl, as I usually do. I'm trying to eat it real quick because the Duke game already started, but yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching another vlog, another weekly vlog specifically on my fitness routines and different routines I have throughout the week. I want to say this was a more difficult class for me, mainly because I did start my cycle, and I think that's why I didn't get to my 5 weightlifting sessions. And I still give myself a lot of grace because the one class, I think I forgot that I was on my cycle because I was getting irritated at myself. Like, why am I not getting some of these poses? I've been working a lot on my stability outside of class and just working on kind of my mind to muscle connection. I do that in the gym as well. I see a huge difference when I slow down and I'm intentional about focusing on the actual movement and not just about getting through the entire flow, which can be a challenge if you're not used to hot yoga. I am still getting used to it, even though I have been doing it on and off for a while. But yeah, I'm really happy that I came 4 times. I have 4 classes this next week as well, mainly because I'm still not running, as you all know. I have been using my Hoka Bandais all week. If you guys can see, I have, ooh. Honestly, they're very comfortable. They are heavier than what I'm used to, but my foot loves it just because that plantar fasciitis, I need it to be gone very soon. I'm kind of just like sitting here. I'm gonna chill for a little bit while I eat my bowl. I don't want it to melt in the car, but yeah, this was such a fun week when it came to workout classes. I was really sleepy and honestly gonna cancel this class on the way. I just was not feeling it at all. It was a Saturday for me. It kind of came out of nowhere. I think on Sundays when I'm just listening to my music, I'm reminded of my mom a lot, which is kind of difficult for me. So in the car, what was I listening to? I was listening to Reasons by Earth, Wind and Fire, which is so that's such a random song. And I don't know, I just started crying, and it was just a hard day for me as far as thinking about my mom. On the way to class, I really was gonna cancel it. However, 1, money, and then 2, I wanted to kind of just use the class to work through some of the emotions I was feeling, which I think that yoga is the perfect class, at least to me, for that. And the challenge was just showing up for myself because it's something that I wanted to do. I find that a lot of times when I want to cancel something or I feel like I can't really do it, I'm often reminded of my why and why I'm doing the things I'm doing in the first place. A lot of times I think about my mom and just the fact that I really got further into my fitness journey after she passed. I feel like having a mother who passed away very young, to me at least, being 60 years old, I know that she had a ton of different things going on with her health. I think as a Black woman, stress plays a lot into your health, and I think that we like to minimize that, like how much stress plays a factor into how we're doing mentally, emotionally, physically, all the different things. And so after that, I really started paying more attention to my fitness, what I was eating, my nutrition, my water intake, all the things. She was a big inspiration to me when it came to my fitness goals, just because she used to be up in the morning really early, always at the gym, just trying to get herself in a better space. She walked a lot. She honestly went to different classes, Zumba classes, random things that they would have at the church. And I honestly found that no matter where her body took her, she always tried to show up in the best way. And I'm trying to do that now with mine. I do have some of the health things going on with my kidneys, and then also just trying to manage other different stress levels that are going on. So yeah, I always think about that when I'm about to cancel a class or just feel like I can't do something. I'm always open for a challenge, and also pairing that with grace. Going into the class with heavier emotions, I honestly allowed myself to kind of just slow down. I didn't put a lot of pressure on myself when it came to getting all the movements. I really wanted to focus on my breath and honestly just, like I said, slowing down and giving myself permission to take rest when I needed to. A lot of times during the class, you have so many different things going on. Everyone's trying different moves, and you honestly can sometimes, at least for me, feel overwhelmed or feel like you need to be up and moving at the same pace as others. You don't need to at all. I'm always reminded that in yoga and running, whatever the form of fitness there is, I can always take the time that I need to and not really feel pressure to go at anyone else's pace, because at the end of the day, it's my journey just like it's your journey. I am going to finish eating my acai bowl, take time to kind of just like sit here and chill, and also go home and watch the Duke game a little after. I'm probably gonna restart it because I'm sure it's already playing. I don't care. That's what a restart is for. So my March Madness tournament, or my bracket, is doing well so far. I'm not, I'm in like second or third place. It's okay. It's okay. I was out last night watching the rest of the games with my friend, and we had a lot of fun. I think that's also why I'm kind of sleepy today, but I did manage to go to Costco after church and still eat an acai bowl. I was like, do I want to go home and eat a protein shake? No. I honestly didn't want to, but I am gonna go home and cook some food. I have my water bottle here. I go through water so fast in yoga class, but I did do better when it came to drinking water this week. I did not do well when it came to sleep this week. That was unrealistic. I had so many March Madness games that I was focused on, so I didn't get too much sleep. However, it's another week and I'm gonna try again. So I hope to see y'all next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and I'll see y'all real soon.